What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today it's time for part 3 of 3, for which fountain pen I'm going to ultimately end up inking up, but primarily my very first thoughts about when I look at my pens for the first time in months. If you have not seen video 1 and 2, go check that out. It'll be the last 2 videos that I have posted where I pick up a pen, give you my very first thought about it, and then pick a contender to go head to head. At the end of this video, you will see the pens that I have chosen from part 1 and 2. But of course, if you want to hear my thoughts on all of the contenders and all of the pens that I own, you'll have to watch the first 2 videos. So let's just jump into it. Okay, the very first 3 are all the same pen but different finishes. They are the Bennu Talisman. This is the Edelweiss, Venus Hair, and Dream Bean, I believe it is. I have a hair that is coming off that will bother me. Okay, so Venus Hair. Absolutely adore this color. Actually quite a bit. This one is the fine nib. I really like it actually now that the sun is shining on it, and I also like that you can see here right now it is semi-transparent. I am thinking of potentially letting this one go. I'm not sure because I just don't use them too much. I don't need 3, you know what I mean? I don't need 3. That's what I'm thinking. Anyways, love it. Love the color though. Not in the mood. Not in the mood for any of these. So none of these are going to be contenders, but I still got to give my first thoughts. This one was an Insta buy. It was coffee. It was Dream Bean. It's brown. I do wish I had more brown than the black spots, but still dynamite. It's also a fine nib. Writes really well. I kind of wish it smelled like coffee. Not that you could make a pen that smells, I think. And then we have the Edelweiss. This one's cool. It glows in the sun. It glows in the dark once it's powered by the sun. This is a medium nib. This one was actually sent to me for the purposes of review. So this was a bonus. I like this one quite a bit. It's probably my favorite finish of the 3, even though it's not brown. But man, oh man, does the sun make this glitter shine. Magnifique. Then I have 3 more Bennus. You're gonna notice a theme. And these are my Bennu Euphoria models, so much bigger than the Talisman. I should have mentioned in the other 2 videos that I do have reviews, by the way, of each and every pen. So if you want to see details, check that out. This one's really special. This one is what made me change my mind on Bennu pens. Previous to buying this, I thought all Bennu pens were ugly, too expensive for what they were, and I just thought that they were ridiculous, and that there'd be no way that they were good. And then I decided to buy one for my birthday. I'm pretty sure I bought this from Pen Chalet, fine nib, and it is one of my all-time favorite pens. It made me stop judging a book by its cover, to use that phrase. And I absolutely adore it, as you can see by all my Bennu pens. Now I think Bennu is probably one of the best pen manufacturers out there, in my humble opinion. Then I bought the pomegranate version. This one was a special edition. The red, just something about it spoke to me. I don't feel like using a red ink right now, which is all I feel like I could put in this pen. Then I have this beauty, which I forget right now the name of. I think it's just called Koi fish, koi pond. It's one of Bennu's hand-painted ones. Absolutely flipping stunning, especially when filled with Pilot Iroshizuku Konpeki or Tsukiyo. Love both those inks. Love this pen. Medium nib, but I just don't feel like it. You know what I mean? You ever get that? And then my last Bennu pen on this tray is my most recent Bennu acquisition, and that is the Bennu Briolette Amber. This one also glows in the dark, like the Edelweiss. The ends here, the little like white parts. I like that it just gives me like sort of coffee and cream vibes. I still think the nib is a little too small physically, aesthetically for the overall pen, but I still really adore it. It's one of my all-time favorite pens. In fact, I think for the first like 4 months of the year, maybe 5 months of the year, I had this constantly inked up with Diamine, wasn't Autumn Oak, what Ancient Copper, and it never got the nib cresties. No barnacles, which is freaking phenomenal. This is a contender. Then I have a pen that is actually one of my most popular videos of all time, which I did not see coming, but was so grateful for. It was one that I did during my December blast, where I did a video every Monday, like every weekday of the month of December. So that was fun. And I think I labeled it something like the most important pen you could ever buy or something like that. And I stand by it. And that is the Jinhao X159. This is a Mont Blanc copy. Essentially, watch the video if you want to know my full reasoning. I like this pen. It's bulky, it's big, its nib is big, it writes really well. I kind of want to ink this up too. This is a contender. Sometimes I don't have eloquent thoughts. These are just the first things that pop into my mind when I see these pens. And then next I have all of my Kaweco Sports. This one of my all-time favorite pens, but it's an automatic, not right now, because for whatever reason, I only ever use this one in the winter season, potentially because it looks like snow, with Diamine Polar Glow in here. Fine nib, one of the best, but just not for this season. Then I have two more Kawecos. I don't really feel like Kaweco right now. This one I bought from Galen Leather. It's coming up a little bit more orange on camera. It's a little bit more brown in real life. But yeah, this one has a broad nib that's kind of like oblique. Words are failing me. And this one has an extra fine nib. This one I always remember because it was the first pen I ever eyedropper converted, and I had a really good time with it. It was a Lamy ink that I used, but I don't remember what it was. Anywho's, my two contenders. This is probably the hardest out of every video I've made to decide who goes head to head with the other two pens that I chose. Shoot. I really want both. I really want both. My first instinct is I'm going to put Ancient Copper back into this. This is up for grabs. I don't know the ink I'll put into this yet. So for the element of surprise, for ink-wise, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to say no to the Bennu for now. I'm going to go with the X159 from Jinhao. It has to battle the Sailor Pro Gear coffee, cream, whatever it's called, I don't know, brown, mocha. And then it also has to battle the Pilot Custom 74, that's just blue. My goodness gracious. Okay, my very first instinct is to remove the Sailor pen and just have it be between these two pens. Why am I removing the Sailor? It's a little bit toothier than both of these, and I just don't feel like that right now. That's it. First instinct. No questioning, just going with it. Between the two, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. They're so difficult to choose. Okay, this one has a medium nib. It's kind of soft feeling, but it is a comfort pen. This one has a fine nib. Not quite as soft, not quite as bouncy, but very smooth. This is a cartridge converter. This is a Con 70. This one's a bit harder to clean out, sometimes with the grip section too. Do I want to use Northern Twilight from KWZ? Because it's probably what I would put in here. Kind of, but I kind of want it to be a surprise. Okay, this. I'm going with the Jinhao, guys. I'm going with the Jinhao X159. Why did I choose this one? I feel like a beefy grip, and I feel like I just want to go with black pens right now because the other pen that I have inked up is the Lamy 2000, just the regular version. I have sold both of my other Lamy 2000s, the special ones, the blue Bauhaus and the brown one. I don't remember what that one was called because I just never use them. I always go for the OG. So that is what is inked up in here right now with KWZ Smells Like Coffee. So now I gotta decide what ink I want to put in here. And I think I'm gonna do that as a YouTube short. Like, subscribe, comment, check out the Patreon, support me everywhere, Monday, Friday, new videos. You know, this is the third in the series. You know what's up by now. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.